So there's been a ton of question marks around the community as to what the future of Gears of War looks like. Obviously, guys, we're going to be talking about Gear 6 in this episode of the show, as we always do, but we're going to be talking, about the Gears of War collection, because there's a lot of question marks, like I said, about the future of Gears of War. Obviously, Gear 6 has been something that was confirmed by Rod Ferguson, the studio head at the Coalition, who obviously now is no longer with the Coalition. He's moved on to Blizzard working on Diablo. But he had said that a Gear 6, Gear 7, as well as a Gears of War movie were all in the making behind the scenes. And those were things that they had planned on. That being said, certainly things have kind of changed slightly, as time has gone. Obviously, Gears 5, even though I loved Gears 5, not everybody loved Gears 5. And there, of course, the shaky launch, which is something that's really become, kind of custom and something that's been happening a number of times now with the Gears of War community, as a lot of these games have been launching poorly for one reason or another. Now, there's been a lot of talk as to when Gear 6 is going to hit shelves, guys. Sounds like it's going to be somewhere probably 2024, 2025. I've said that I believe that we're probably going to hear at least an announcement or something of that nature either in 2022 or 2023. Then the game probably won't come out until 2024 or 2025. The reason for that is because the Coalition is working on other, projects at this point. They're working on an, unannounced new IP or a new game, whether it's in the Gears community, ecosystem or in that franchise in some way, shape, or form. Remains to be seen. It doesn't sound like it's going to be. But that being said, obviously the Coalition is still working on the side, most likely with Gear 6. They're just kind of going forward with this new IP first. Once that launches in 2023, which is when I believe it's going to be coming out, it sounds like maybe they'll be able to focus more of their resources on Gear 6. So with that being said, though, there's a lot of talk about the Gears of War collection. A lot of people want this similar to the Master Chief collection in Halo. They want this to be something that's echoed into existence. And I would be totally happy with having a Gears of War collection, guys, if, let's just say, the Gears of War collection, let's say, comes out in 2023, and then that kind of can bridge the gap between, obviously our time from the Gears of War collection to Gear 6. Obviously, I think that could be something really special. But there's more information and new information coming out about this, guys, coming to us in an article from Eurogamer and Vicky Blake over there. Gears of War may be getting a Master Chief Collection type treatment remastered collection. So Microsoft's big name output could wind up being Halo, Gears, and Forza. So, rumor has it, a Gears of War remastered collection may be in the works, though not remotely confirmed. So just take this with the proverbial bucket of salt for now until we're told anything more conclusive. Journalist and podcaster Nick Baker said on the Xbox Era podcast that Microsoft's first-party shooter franchise may be getting the Master Chief Collection type treatment. So number one, guys, I think it's very important that we put some context here. Obviously, the Master Chief Collection did pretty well. I mean, a lot of people really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it's worth as well. Halo, guys, I love the Halo universe as well. Obviously, I'm a massive Xbox fan. So, those Halo being, exclusive to Xbox is amazing. Obviously, though, Gears of War is my real passion. And so having something like this would be awesome. Now, before I go any further, I think it's important to note this. A Gears of War collection could be something very special. But that being said, I don't want this to be a situation where the Gears of War collection comes out and we don't get a Gear 6 for a long time. I think that it's important that we don't live in the past. Obviously, we have great memories of Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and I think that's awesome. Gears of War Judgment, obviously, I feel was the dark ages of Gears, but nonetheless, it's still in the Gears universe, and so that's awesome. But that being said, a Gears of War collection could certainly, I believe, be a bridge while we're waiting for Gear 6. I do not want it to be that game that comes out and then we have to wait, years upon years upon years for a Gear 6, because really that's just living in the past. I think we have to look forward to the future, and if we allow something like, let's just say, the Coalition to work on the Gears, the Gears of War collection, And then they just start working on other IPs and such. Gears of War, not that it's going to be lost forever, but it could be something that they just put on the back burner because, the community's happy because they're reminiscing of the past with the Gears of War collection. That's been my only hesitation with having a Gears of War collection at this point in time. Now, a while back, I said there is another Microsoft franchise that's getting the Master Chief collection type treatment. I am of the belief that that is coming this year, Baker said, as spotted by our friends at VGC, adding everyone has guessed it and prompting his co-host to say Gears. So this is awesome. Now, could it be something else? Could it be Forza? Could it be a different game? I mean, obviously, guys, it very well could. But Gears of War, I think, makes the most sense because, like I said, it could be that bridge between, now to what we could be getting, in the form of Gear 6. It could definitely, I think it could help the community in a major way. Now, if you go from November 2021 to November 2022 and you look at Microsoft's big game output, it could wind up being Halo, Gears, Forza, Baker added. If true, I suspect we'll find out more next month at the Xbox Game Showcase. So he went on to add, have you played Gears 5 yet? Gears 5 has a great campaign I'm happy to root for. On the competitive multiplayer front, though, it's a mixed bag. Gears 5 stalwarts Horde and Versus return like battle-worn cogs from yet another fight against the relentless Locust Menace, but annoyances mar the party. Escape mode offers something new, but it falls flat, and through it all runs a progression system that would feel bad in a free-to-play game, let alone a full-price game. So I have to agree, with the progression system overall. The progression system wasn't great. Now, I think it's been improved slightly over time. Gears 5 to me, though, guys, I love the campaign. I love how it had that, that semi-open world feel to it. I'd love to really get a full open world. I think in Gears would be something really special. Horde and Versus mode, to me, guys, I love, Horde mode, and I love, of course, Versus and that, that competitive play that they have in Gears. Now, was it perfect? No, of course not. No game is perfect, guys. I don't care what AAA title you're talking about. There is always going to be little issues and things of that nature with these games. Gears 5 certainly had its fair share of issues, and I think one of the big things that kind of tells you that, yeah, they've had issues is the Coalition not even supporting Gears 5, really anymore. And that's an unfortunate thing, but I don't put it solely on the developers. I put it also on the community. I've said this many times, guys, that, obviously, the community and the developers, they have to work, they have to coexist and work in unison almost. And sure, there's things that the Coalition could have done better. There's things that we as the community could have done better. Obviously, at this point, guys, we got to move forward and we got to hope that a Gears of War collection could be on the horizon. That could really bridge, that time that we're waiting for Gear 6 to come out. So that's really, really exciting. If this is to be true, guys, I'm very excited about a Gears of War collection because, like I said, it's a remastered collection, which could be awesome. But I really believe that it could bridge that gap, create more content for us, content creators, for streamers, things of that nature. I just think it could really help, let the time go, obviously, until we get to a Gear 6. We also have to remember the Coalition is working on that new IP. Maybe that could be something really special, especially if it's somehow or another tied into the Gears universe. Could be something really special. But what do you guys think about this? Are you guys excited about a potential Gears of War collection? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Gears of War content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.